when you can see. Wonderful. Okay, we'll get started. Edgar, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to be here. I really appreciate it. We will be speaking about evergreen landscape, automating business processes. But before we get into any details, I want to present our team. Anna.
Everyone.
Benay.
Hello, everyone.
Doris.
Hello.
Jainaba.
Hello, everyone.
Toluwashi.
Hi, everyone.
And myself, Edgar. We picked the landscaping business because when we researched it, we found that it was a tough business. It has a low barrier to entry, which means that it has a lot of competition, and it has a low profit margin, which means that the business has to be kind of efficient. And we also noticed that a lot of these businesses were small businesses, family-run businesses. So we thought there was a good opportunity here to make a difference. We met with Paul from Evergreen Landscape, and we quickly found out that running a small business is challenging. Paul wakes up at 5 a.m. in the morning and starts planning for the day. He receives a message. One of his 6 employees can't come into work. He checks his social media and he has a couple of complaints and bad reviews. He realizes that his bank account is low. He needs to get his customers to pay. And it's not even 7 a.m. yet. He gets home at 7 p.m., says a quick hello to the family, and starts working on invoices, payroll, and the schedule for tomorrow. Long day, probably goes to bed at 11 or 12 o'clock at night. So what's the problem? He's not running the business. The business is actually running him. So our team solution was to use Knack to automate Evergreen Landscape's business processes to improve his efficiency, to improve his data management, and to improve his customer service. We also provided tools so that he can have a big picture view of his business. The rest of our presentation will include identifying business problems, describing the automation processes, highlighting the implemented features, and a live demonstration. And now, Jainaba will continue with our presentation.
Thank you, Edgar. Today, I would outline the business problems and challenges Evergreen Landscape face and the step my team and I took to automate the processes. Business problem. Evergreen Landscape face challenges such as data management issue, inefficient processes, limited decision-making capabilities, and need for better client service. In data management issue where there is inconsistent data entries and tracking difficulties. Manual data processing, which is time consuming for data entering and inefficient workflow. Limited insight, poor data visibility for strategic decision making. Steps to automation. We automated project management tasks and customer tracking, boost efficiency and service quality. Automated project management and customer tracking, which will improve efficiency and service quality through automation. Implement reporting, we generated dashboard and report for project and customer insight. Design forms and workflows, we develop data entry forms and set up automated workflows. We define data structure, create table and fields in Knack for critical processes. Identify key process which focus on critical tasks and customer tracking. By implementing these steps will help boost efficiency and data accuracy, informed decision-making, and quality service for evergreen landscaping business. I will now hand over to Anna. Thank you.
We began our organizing project using mind map, defining everything we wanted to clearly visualize in our roadmap and develop within a landscape management system. This process helps us create a strong data structure. With these well-defined goals using Excel, we started creating our initial tables, initial fields and structures to determine which tables and fields to proceed with. This approach provides a structured foundation for our data. Moving to the following slide, we used Oracle Live Data and SQL to create tables, insert values, and developed an entity relationship diagram to represent and define the connections among the entities in our system. This ensures that our data structure is transparent, well organized, and designed to meet our operational requirements. Advancing to the next slide, we can observe and analyze an example of a data dictionary created for the company table and equipment table. Here we have employed suitable data types, data formats, and field sizes for each field. This data dictionary defines the data structure and constraints for our key tables, ensuring a consistent and accurate data management across our landscape management system. And now I'd like to pass to Benet.
Good evening, everyone. I am delighted to walk you through the remarkable journey of how we have revolutionized Evergreen Landscape's business processes. First, let's discuss our data entry forms. Think of these as the backbone of our data operations. By simplifying and standardizing our data capture, we've tackled the issue of inconsistent data entries head on. Now, every piece of information is accurate, it's reliable, and it's making our foundation rock solid. When it comes to workflow automation, imagine freeing your day from monotonous tasks, as Edgar shared with us at the beginning of our presentation. That is precisely what we've done. We have automated repetitive processes so that we can reduce that manual effort and all of the errors. What this has done is significantly boosted our operational efficiency. And this has allowed us to focus on the things that really matter, and that is ensuring that our clients have the best experience when using our services. And then also we have user management. Now here we've introduced role-based access. And what this does is ensures that everyone has access only to what they need. This secures our data and enriches our client experience. It provides a very secure and relevant access. It's all about making sure the right people have access to the right tools. And then finally, our reporting capabilities. Here, another leap forward. With real-time and scheduled reports, we're now equipped with real-time KPIs so that we can make really informed decisions. This is a strategic insight that has been a game changer in planning and executing our business strategies. A few additional features that we've added that we have built onto. For security, we have implemented role-based access control, as I mentioned before. And we have it tailored for our admins and then our customers. This fortifies our data handling and really elevates our client service. It meticulously handles data at every level. We also have included dashboards. They are the cherry on top. These are real-time scheduled dashboards that provide a very comprehensive view of your project process, of getting our customer feedback. It's almost like having a command center that keeps us informed and agile, and enabling us to make strategic adjustments instantly. These enhancements have addressed our initial business challenges and has really propelled us toward greater efficiency and responsiveness. And so at this time, and without further ado, we would like to dive into a live presentation of our Knack implementation so that you can see all of these improvements in action. At this time, I would like to hand it over to, I'm going to stop sharing my slides, and we're going to transition over to Doris, who is going to take over and show a live demo. So if you guys could give us one moment while we do this transition, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Doris, I'm stopping now.
Thank you, Bini.
You're welcome.
Please, can I get a thumbs up when you see my screen?
Not quite there, Doris. I'll let you know when it's up. There we go. Thank you, Doris.
Okay. Here in the builder, these are the tables we have, and these are the records for the various tables that we have. Looking at the customer, we categorize our customers into individuals, commercials, homeowners association as seen here. And we also have various projects we're running, the garden design and the others, as well as services, schedules, and just seen here. And we created connections with the various tables, showcasing one-to-many relationships, as well as many-to-many relationship, as seen in the ERT that we saw before and in our data model. Going to the live app, this here on our live app, this is the home page. Our homepage that gives a brief description of what we do at Evergreen, and we have the following windows for usage by whoever logs into the account. So coming for the customer to create a new customer to create an account. I'm just going to showcase how you can get access into that. Yeah, this is the page for creating accounts. The customer can as well add a service after going through the services that we have. Customer can as well add a service. Here for the search, this is a calendar a customer can use to search for schedules or to schedule a project or schedule a service. Customer can also search the services that we render. For example, the mulching. Yes, and this is the mulching service here. And the reset button also works. So it goes back to the list of services that we have. So this is for the add service. And add payment. The payment methods we have credit, checks, and others. Now for on the management tab here, I would like to show the employee. We gave bonuses to employees based on their performance. If an employee has an excellent performance, the employee is eligible for a bonus, and it goes same with the others. If you don't have a good performance, then you're not eligible for bonus, as seen here on the tab. Oh, sorry. And here on the customer, add customer, we also created maps to show customer location. Yes, so for the customer we have in Schaumburg, this is the location right here with the red pin. To log in as an admin, because right now I'm logged. Yeah, to log in as an admin, I have to log out the customer. Sign in, and the admin is able to see the various projects. So the projects we have: garden design, residential landscaping, and the others are seen here. And the project statuses, we have complete and ongoing. Now moving on to our KPI, the most exciting part of it. We created charts and graphs to showcase our KPI. For services, this bar chart here shows the service and the amount, or the cost of each service that we have. This pie chart shows the payment methods and the percent of the payment method customers use. Looking at this pie chart here, we see the greatest percent of payment done is through checks. On our schedule, this is the schedule of the various projects or services that we render, that customers that we have on our calendar, and we can search the schedules. We can level them down to month, or like drilling down to the month view, and we can see we have schedules in June, in May, schedules in August, September. And this pie chart shows schedule location and the number of customers showed in percentages in the various states that we operate in: Schaumburg, San Diego, Naperville, Houston, and Baltimore. This other pie chart shows equipment name and the cost of the equipment. You see that the most expensive equipment we're handling here is the excavator, followed by the watering equipment. And you can see the equipment names here. Then these are the projects we are running and the cost of the project, with the most expensive being the park development. For the line chart, it shows number of customers in the various locations, in the various states that we operate in. So we have most customers in San Diego, California. And that is what we have for the live app. Bini will round us up the presentation. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay. Thank you so much, Doris, for that demonstration. Just to sum things up, as you can see from all of this hard work, we really came together as a team to ensure that we gave the best product possible. As you can see here, these are the tools that we leverage, but it was really the teamwork that brought it all together. And so thanks to these tools, but really thanks to the people. Each one of us played a special role in getting this done. And so just a big thank you to the team, and we hope you guys enjoyed this. Knowing that we divvied up the work and brought it all together, we're all here to answer any questions that you may have, although you may have certain people answering certain questions simply because of how we divvied up the work. So at this time, we will open the floor up for questions, for any questions anyone may have.
Very good job, guys. Give a big round. And you can see like the content, the quality of slides, it's excellent work. So first of all, good job in preparing the slides, at the same time content, keeping it in a professional form, sharing one by one transition is excellent. Anytime when you do demo, mouse movement helps, right? You can see that they did a mouse movement. A little bit early stage, voice was a little bit lighter. If your voice is lighter a little bit, then problem will happen. But after mid, voice was increased, energy was increased. So excellent work. It looks like a real product. It looks like a real company. What do you guys think? Right? Yeah. So now the question is, we'll start from you, Benny. How did you guys do it? What was the secret of success?
I'm going to let Anna answer that question.
Good evening, everyone. For me, working in Knack was a significant responsibility because you want to avoid making mistake, as it was a team project rather than an individual one. So in this case, we had to be focused to not get any mistakes. So this was the biggest challenge that we had in our group.
Very good. Edgar, question. How did you select this topic? It looks like someone knows landscaping very well. I saw your slide has a theme, color, photos, pictures, everything has a theme. So who had that knowledge? Or how did you gain knowledge?
Well, couple of, I think, I don't remember, was it Anna who suggested it? We mentioned a whole bunch of products. We kind of services, we kind of all picked this one, but actually years ago I did some landscaping work, and I know how hard it is. So you kind of noticed it, I think, a little bit.
Very good. Thank you. While you are working, like, if I give you extra 1 month, what would you add in this project, or what would you change in this project? Anyone can answer.
Well, we want to work on the map, incorporating the map with customer details, because we have the function for the view customer details, but we couldn't add the map. We couldn't attach the map to the customer details. The map is kind of like separate. The link for the map actually works, but it is not put together. Like if you click on viewing a particular customer, you see the ID, the location, and everything, but the map view is not there. It's separate. So we would like to put them together.
Very good. Let's say if somebody asked to create such kind of thing in half time, would you be able to do it?
What do you mean,
Yes.
like do it? Yes.
So
Yes.
whatever time frame you have applied so far, like example, maybe
Okay.
3 weeks. Now, as you have a good team bonding, good knowledge, and if someone asks, hey, I really like your content, the style, could you do such kind of work for my company? Would you be able to do in half time? Half time in the sense of less effort than the original
Yes.
effort.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
We will be able to do it.
Very good. So first of all, awesome. I know we have limited times.
All right, can everybody can see? Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me or see my slide. Thank you. Welcome to our presentations on the Knack ticket management system. It's an innovative solution designed for our database. It's inspired by the leading platforms like Kayak, Expedia, our system is revolutionized the way the user books flights. We aim to provide a seamless user experience, efficient search and filter, a secure transaction, and real-time update. This project was done by myself, Eric, Neha, Priya, and Doya. Let's dive into our overview of the business context. The key components are like key roles of airports like virtual hubs and public transportation, moving millions of passengers, and also bridging people, business, and customers. Our application is intended on patient passenger experience and streamlined operation. The advanced technology that we focus on passenger needs, enhance the competitive and control the airport challenges. The business improvements that it can help to aviation industry, our solution to address the critical operations challenges, enhance the overall efficiency and customer satisfaction. This application can help the business improve by automation, real-time data processing, improve the reporting and passenger experience. The business constraints are the types of required unique check and default. These constraints play a vital role in maintaining data accuracy, consistency, which are essential in operation success. Now I'm going to hand over to Neha, who is going to talk about the ERD diagram.
Thank you, Emmy. Hi, everyone. This is Neha. I'm going to walk you through next few slides. This slide you are seeing is our entity relationship diagram for our project. As you can see, we have created multiple tables here, and such as flights, payments, products, and customers. Each table consists of primary keys. The one you see in blue text is the foreign key. As you can see, there are dotted lines which are connecting the tables. These lines show the relationships of the tables. So basically, we built this diagram to have some idea in our mind for our website, like how it's going to look like. Emmy, can you please move on to next slide? Thank you. So this is the context diagram for our project. The context diagram is the initial stages of system design. It helps the stakeholder understand the scope and boundaries of the system without delving into detailed functionality. So basically, it's a visual representation of a system that shows the system as a single process and how it interacts with the external entities. So this system, Connect Ticket Management, is mainly designed for passenger and airport staff. We use Knack tool for this ticket management application, and the data is stored in database server. Next slide, please. All right, so wireframe, it represents the framework of our website. It mainly focuses on the layout and arrangement of elements on the page, such as header and footers, content areas, navigation menus, and other essential components. Wireframe basically serves as a blueprint for the designers and web developers. Now I'm going to hand over to Eric to explain more on data dictionary. Thank you.
Thank you, Neha. Since we're working with data in this project, the data dictionary was needed to help better understand the flow of information. Here we have the field name, which gives a clear picture of the different attributes. Data types, which states if it's a number, text, how the data will look, or even alphanumeric. The field size dictates how many characters a field can contain. In this case, all fields are required for this app. Lastly, the description, which explains what each field is. Here we have a nice simple flow chart of how our app will function. Customer will search for a flight. After selecting one, they will then book it. After booking a link will direct the customer to a payment page. Once the payment is made, an e-ticket will be generated for them to print. Once all of our tables were created, we then proceeded to create pages that will reflect our online application. Here, you can see from the data model, each page, and when you click on the pages, the dotted lines will flow in the direction to the other pages, showing the direction the data is flowing based on the connection. Here, we have a donut diagram displaying time spent on different tasking to complete the project. Using Canva, planning, and preparing the ERD wasn't too difficult or time consuming. However, using the Knack builder to create this live app took the most of our time, about 40%. Knack is very user-friendly for the most part because it is a no-code, low-code app. But we did come across a couple of hindrances that took time to correct. Now, this time, I'd like to pass it on to Priya, who is going to demonstrate our live app.
Thank you so much, Eric. Very good evening to everyone. So I have excitement to show my project and with a goal to have customer not facing any hassle with the ticket management system and not going to airport and wasting any time. So I'm gonna take you through my project, the application of Connect Ticket Management. So I'm gonna log in as a customer right now. Okay, so while I'm logging as a customer, I would like to say that we created 3 roles, one as a customer, one as a staff, and one as a manager. And we decided to give different functionalities that they can view on the application. So here you can see our beautiful home page. So which shows the Connect ticket management system for the airline. So we try to add few features, like you can see the logos to the tabs. So here the passenger is logged in, whose name is Mickey Mouse, and he tries to search the flight. I'm trying to navigate how he is navigating through different pages to book a flight. So here he goes and he selects a flight. So he wants to go from Chicago to India, Mumbai, and he chose the Air India flight and he's trying to search it. Okay, so now he's gonna book a flight. All right, so here is the booking date and time, and he's gonna choose his flight. And he's gonna enter all his details, which seat number he wants. For example, he's gonna enter all his data. So we have created some constraints here that he has to select a unique email ID and a unique phone number. All right, so I'm going to show next how he's going to navigate through entering his details to going for making the booking, for making the payment. I'm going to select a unique phone number. And there's a very good feature I want to like to highlight here. So if he creates, if he selects the booking as confirmed, so he is automatically, when we submit the forms, he automatically gets redirected to the payment page. So if he did not select the confirmed booking, he would have not been redirected. So whoever is selecting the flight as a confirmed, so they get to the payment page. Here they enter a unique account number, and they get to select their flight. So the passenger names pops up and he enters the amount to pay and clicks on submit payment, and now he's able to see his ticket. Right, so I click on submit and here he can see his ticket and he can go ahead and print it. So these are the features which the passengers can access to. I'm going to show next what's the feature our staff can access to. So let me log in as staff. She has got some extra security, extra views. So because as you saw, customers could not see many things that now the staff can view. For example, flight information. So staff can add more flights and he can see all the flight informations. So as you all can see, we added some color coding to our flight status. We added the flight logos with the different flights. And I also added some workflows which could color code the prices, which were the fares, which were above 100 and above 500. So staff can also do their bookings and as well as see other customers who has booked. They can also add the airports and the flights. They can also make the payments and also generate the tickets. So let me show as a manager, because manager will be more focused on knowing how the business is running. So I'm going to show what manager has access to. All right, so the major functionality that he has access to would be the KPI, which is the key performance index. So he wants to see how his airline how the bookings has been done and how much revenue his airline company is doing. So if you can see on the calendar view, I have added the color coding as a workflow to different customers. We wanted to keep the same color because our app has one common color with the flight logo. So if we click on the customer, we can see the customer details. And here the manager can see how the payment has been done and how much booking has been done, how is the company been doing for the business. And I can also see the bookings based on the pie chart. And I can now show the functionalities in the background that has been running. So if you all can see, we have created 3 roles, the Connect staff, customer, and the manager. And we have given the different access or the permissions to all of them as I showed in our application. So I would also like to show a few workflows that we created so in order to make the page navigating so smoothly. So for example, booking the flight, how the customer goes to the payment page. So I created a submit rule when he's redirected to the existing page, which is known as payment. So this happens when booking is confirmed. So that is why if the booking is not confirmed, he cannot navigate to the next page. He has to manually navigate it. So this is one of the workflows, and we created several more workflows. So I'm sure you all will like this application. And from here, I would like to hand over to Toiba for explaining rest of the slides.
Thank you so much, Priya. Hi, everyone. My name is Toiba, and I will walk you through our tools and techniques. For project management, we use Agile methodology. We also use Canva and Knack. For collaboration, we use WhatsApp, Zoom, and Google Meet. For data analysis, we use SQL DBM. For problem solving, we use brainstorming. Our team faced a lot of challenges while working on this project. Our biggest challenge was the time, as we were overwhelmed by tasks and we have to meet the deadline too. Another challenge was skills. Our team was not on the same page, so we reviewed what works and what doesn't, and we were open to adopt new approaches to continually improve our skills from our team members. Another challenge was data security may be a challenge within the constraints of a no-code platform. Thank you all for here. We appreciate your time and attention. We hope you find our presentation informative and useful. Please feel free to ask questions.
First of all, good job. Give you a big round. So first of all, thank you. Thank you for showing like a complete theme, look like airport theme from first slide to last slide. Look like we were engaged. First of all, so thank you for putting together. I like the storytelling part because hey, let me do as a customer, as a staff, as a manager. Again, it doesn't need to be very fancy. It should be a product, which seems like end-to-end product. And I see you have used various concepts. Thank you, Eric, mentioning no code, low code. Those are called selling point, right? Keywords are very important. When you use word keyword, right, you get extra, we call brownie points. It's not what I did, it's why I did, how I did. So overall, thank you. Couple of questions. Knowing that you have similar time as other group, how you plan it and how you divide the work among your group?
We communicated in the group to see what everybody's time availability is. And then we get together with the time frame and then we talk about the template, like what needs to be included, what we need to work on it. And then from there, everybody just jumped in to like divide the task. So I'll do this, I'll do that. So that's how we implement it together and make it into big project.
Very nice. Eric, while you were working with this group, did you enjoy? Because it looks like there was a difference between opinion. I can see from the slides and content. How did you find your point is being heard, or you are kind of navigating or supporting or disagreeing or arguing or discussing?
Well, I mean, we communicate very well.
Give me an example where you were communicating, where you either agreement or disagreement happen, and you come up with the conclusion. Let's do this way. Give me a solid example.
I insist on adding a quick link on one of the pages that makes it look a little bit more professional. I just implemented that, and everybody agreed with it, so it worked out well.
Very good. In one of your challenge, I think. You mentioned about data security. Could you tell us where you feel the data security will come in picture?
So I feel as a customer, for the point of data security, he should only view his information and not other customers. So we did not add grid to the pages which customer can view. So only the ticket page we add the grid where he could only see his information as it showed. So we made sure the data security should be a concern, and so customers should feel valued.
Yeah, so thank you. You have two types of informations I can see. One is called personal informations, and I have seen somewhere in your slide payment. So your credit card information also. So how do you make sure that you are complying PII and PCI? What would you do?
So I made sure the system does not capture the account information. So it is never capturing the account information and saving into the database. So we set up that security that it should not save that. So we did not, when we were trying to enable the e-commerce flat payment stuff feature, so we made sure that their PIS does not get saved.
Very good. Question for you, Neha. Like, what specific part you enjoy the most?
Okay, so I especially worked on the home page of the website, and firstly, we came up with a very plain basic one. Then I wanted to add some fancy pictures in there, and we added a nice picture of the plane and the headquarters also. So the homepage, working on the homepage was the best part that I created.
Yeah, and that is a part of called design thinking. When you're kids, when you're doing kids game, right? You need to have color and different type of color. When you're designing the same game for adult, there's a different color, different style. So it's all thinking about who's your audience, how you do, and people who are working on airport, they like to have something like that. So first of all, great work. I like the way overall you guys transition, use certain technical concept, like example, context diagram, flow diagram, constraint, a lot of details which shows that you use your learning. You just didn't do the work. So thank you for that.
Myself, Monal, and my group here, Shreya, Reena, Randy, Stacy, Nishar, are presenting a library management system. Our Metro library is the new library. We would like to make a smart library. In past, libraries were a physical space with printed books, periodicals, and references materials. But in today's world, libraries are increasingly adopting the digital platforms, offering ebooks, online database, and virtual services. So here we are presenting a smart library management system. Our approach for this system is we'd like to identify who will use the smart library and what they need to do in that. Lots of idea we come out with, and we reduce the complexity of the project and timeline. We draft the context model, build our EID diagram, divide and conquer, translating ERD diagram into the Knack application and helping to populate the information. Who use our system and how we use our system, that's our part. That's how we started our project. So how will we use our system, and what is the role of our system? We added one by one. We made a database model, and then we made a contest diagram. I will give a presentation to my friend Shreya. She will walk you through the contest diagram.
Thank you, Monal, for giving us the brief overview of our library. As you can see, we have designed this model to simplify the various interactions and processes with the library, making it more efficient and for both user and staff. So this represents the various components and their relationship with the library system. At the center, we have library system, which connects with the several key areas like books, events, staff, library users, inventory. Moving overall, this context diagram helps us to visualize and streamline the library's processes. Moving forward, I would like to show you our ER diagram. So this ER diagram provides a comprehensive overview of the library's database structure, and it helps us understand the relationship between the different entities and how they interact with each other. So the key entities include library, books, members, items checked out, authors, publishers, events, accounts, faculty, admin. So I would like to invite Randy to give more information about the project.
What we learned as we adapted our thinking, we learned that data types are different than Oracle SQL. Knack is a no-code platform versus Oracle, which has a wide range of data types, which can be more complex and require more knowledge to use correctly. We all had a different way to approach our system, and based on the timeline to complete the project, in numerous discussions, we all agreed on a pathway moving forward. If we had more time to build a more robust system, we would have added a notification system, user reviews and ratings, and accessibility features for persons with disabilities. Moving on to applications. The following applications were used to maximize the success of developing the Metro Library data system. Notable applications include SQL DB, which was used to draw and organize a plan for our database to align with our users, how our users will interact with the system. Draw, which was used to design our context diagram. And Google Suite, which aided in the streamlined process in the presentation of our project. Now I would like to hand it over to Nisar to present the functionality of the Metro Library database.
Thank you so much, Randy. I'm excited now to jump in to our live application. Please appreciate your patience. Is everyone able to see? Awesome. So jumping in, this was a very exciting program that we were all able to work on. And to start off, this is our homepage here, which can show here we have the different collections of our newest books at Metro Library. You're able to see the title of the book, the author, the description, the genre, and we hope as this continues, we will continue to add new books into the rotation here. Now, just scrolling down here, you're able to see the contact information where we are located, our phone number, along with the email to contact Metro Library. Now, to just cover a little bit here of Metro Library and what it offers, we have a few tabs here to make it easier for the different users. And we can go ahead and just jump into Catalog. Inside Catalog, we have the different books that we have to offer so far. We have the image of the book, along with the title, the description of the author, and just some details about it. So just clicking on one, go ahead and click on the book detail, and it'll just give you a more refined information on that one book you're interested in learning more about. So within this catalog, we have just a couple buttons up here, one being an advanced search. Now you're looking for a specific book and you, let's just say, you know, the, not even the full title of it. You just type down the name up on the keyword search, you hit search, and it will just give you the closest suggestion within our catalog, which is a very nice tool to have. Next to that, we do have a library statistics, which is a very fun description here of different genres that we have to offer. So this will always continuously change, with now being the genre that we have the most so far is sci-fi. So that's a very interesting fun fact there. Moving forward from catalog, we do have the register tab, and this is for users who are new. So with that information, we would need is just the first and last name, email, address, phone number, and just the password. Also, with that being said, I'd like to go ahead and just move on over to our library info. We have a tab here just in case if you missed out on the homepage. We have our information of Metro Library, where it's located, along with the phone number and email, and nothing too much going on there. Along with our final tab here, before I jump into login, I wanted to go ahead and show you our event calendar tab. We do have some different events that we have going on here this month, and we believe the most important event is on the 24th today, which is our major presentation. And I just wanted to go ahead and just give you this brief overview of our website here for Metro Library. It's nothing too complicated. It's very user-friendly. And now I'm going to go ahead and just try to pass it on over to Stacy, and she'll be able to go ahead and cover the different logins that we do have here for different users. So Stacy, I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to you, and she's going to go ahead and just share her part of the screen and go ahead and give an in-depth explanation about the different logins there.
Awesome. All right, can everybody see my screen?
Yes, we are.
Awesome. Okay. Well, so we wanted to take logins separately because this is a really robust piece of our functionality. We're only going to show one of the logins today, which is for our faculty, right? Because we know they need to manage a lot of different things. So we'll focus on them. The appendix of our slide deck will actually have all of the other ones that you can take a look at if you want to review some of our different use cases. And then when we're done with the login, we'll go see the back end and kind of how, you know, the secret sauce is made. All right, so this is going to be our faculty login page. We know our faculty has a lot of different functions that they serve, right? So they need to be able to add and edit books, manage users, update the library information, look at overdue items, add and update events, authors, publishers, and then, of course, the most important part of the library is being able to check out books for each of the users in the system. And so we wanted to make sure that they had a really robust back end to be able to see all of those things. So we're not going to go through everything. We'll show a couple of good places where you can see, you know, how we sort of structured this to make it easy for our faculty to manage. So moving to the add books, there's two pieces to this, right? The first is we want to make sure that we have a single dashboard for them to be able to manage all the books in the library. So we created this with the opportunity for them to view books, edit books, and even delete books, right? If a book is no longer in the system. And then, you know, at the bottom of it, they can add a new book. Managing users, right? People forget their number, people forget their information. We want to make sure that they have the opportunity to manage those users and, look them up, find the information that's needed. And then one of the features we really like in this system is the ability for the librarian to see which items are past due, returned, checked out, right? So we can get a really good statistic of what that looks like. So you can dive in a little bit more and follow up on those past due items. And then the most important part of this is our book checkout, right? So same thing, we wanted an opportunity for librarians to very quickly look up users, check out a book, select the book, select a date it needs to be due, and give them that functionality. All right. Now, did you guys see my tab change over to our backend?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right. So one of the things that we really learned in Knack is they handle user roles a little bit differently than Oracle. So we had to really think about how we wanted to structure this system and taking our, entity relationship diagram and turning it into something that was functional and usable. I think one of the most important pieces that was important and cool is the way that what we would call a join in the database world is handling these things called connections inside of Knack. And this really helped us tie some of our tables together to be able to use some of those fields within the application, right? And so how we set up those connections matter, right? So if they were not put in the right order, then we didn't have access to the right information at the right point in time. So we really spent a lot of time thinking through that and connecting all of the things that we needed to do. The other thing is the different user roles in permissions, right? Because each of those roles has a different set of permissions. We'll take a look a little bit deeper at that when we get into the pages. We had 3 different users in this system that we needed to make sure we were accounting for. The administrator, which should be able to manage everything. The member, who can look up their books, what they checked out, and manage their account. And then the faculty, who gets to manage a lot of things. And then the admin also has to manage the faculty and should have access to everything that faculty has. So we took a really unique approach into solving that problem. All right, so I'm going to jump over to the pages. One of the things that we learned that was really useful inside Knack, outside of just creating normal pages, was how to create parent and child pages so that we could associate pages with the right place and really manage those permissions at a simple level. And so you'll see in our application over here how we have faculty has all of these pages, users only have a couple of pages, and then the administrator only has edit faculty. So one of the things we did in order to reduce the number of pages and items we had to create and really sort of simplify the application is our admin actually has the ability from the admin page to just manage all of the faculty pages. So instead of creating a whole new set of pages just for the admin, we just gave them the right permissions to the faculty side of things and then linked it up to that admin page so that they can access it at any point in time. And then the other thing that we did to really help simplify our application, simplify the user experience, is we used rules. Let me get to our login page right here. So we used different rules to direct people to the same place. So one login form, it points them to the right page for them based on their level of access. And that's how we solved the problem of only creating one login. So I think, the team did an amazing job. It was a great group to work with. I'm proud of all of the work we did. And I think that we will just turn it over to the rest of the group for questions. And if you have any questions for our team, we'd love to answer. I mean, I think it was a combination of things, right? Like we talked to each other. I think we did it. We looked at what we had to do. Our first step was really looking at who were the people we were going to plan for. And then we sort of took that and did a little bit of a divide and conquer at the pieces of the things that we did. And then came back and met. Some of us met at different times because everybody had different availability, but everybody collaborated and worked together. We also communicated a ton via group chats and other places to make sure that we were all talking to each other about what we were doing.
I'd like to also mention, though, before we move on to the next question, I thought it was really nice that we had a voting system. We had a bunch of different projects that we were interested in doing, and so everybody voted on their least favorite and the most favorite project that they would like to work for, and then we averaged it all out, and library systems came out to be the top one there.
So my team is excited to present our project on supply chain management, a critical area that impacts the efficiency, cost effectiveness, and overall success of business in today's highly competitive market. So my team includes 5 people: Gurpreet, Deepak, myself, Uchita, and Will. Outline the current state, identify key challenges, propose solutions, implementation plan, and expected outcomes. Our goal is to provide comprehensive overview that not only current issues, but also paves the way for more resilient and agile supply chain. Now, we created the context diagram, includes all the ideas, screening ideas, developing and emerging, sourcing, warehousing, and customer order processing. With that, we also created we used the mind map to gather the ideas and subjectives, and also we created ERD diagrams, all the tables such as suppliers, segment, customer order, product, carriers, invoices, warehouse, inventory, etc. And this ERD we use to design no-code Knack application. After that, we did some data dictionary, like data gathers. This is some just example, but we have more in the actual Knack application that Deepak will explain while demoing the live data-driven application. Thank you, everyone.
Good evening, friends. Myself, Deepak. Moving over, the supply chain management, it's basically designed to entire the process from sourcing from vendor. So we are buying the bulk item in cheaper rate, and the entire process buying, carrier, warehousing, and orders and delivering under one roof. So which helps to customer to reduce to get the products on cheaper price. That's the main our goal, to provide the cheaper price products to the customer. We for that we have the entity of customer, product, supplier, carrier, warehouse, inventory, order, shipments. That's entity we have created. Or let me jump into the live application. If any customers want to order with us, he need to register with us first. Thereafter, from the second order, he would be able to create, he can order to place the order with us. Like example, I'm saying, I'm creating a new account. So after submitting, customer is going for the order. So here, whatever he select the products, so based on the product quantity, and here I said, so Deepak. So my name is, customer can see his name and he can submit the order. So here there's a delivery date, it comes itself. So whenever he placing the order, so he can see the whenever he get the delivery and pricing and everything from here. And if anybody wants to see the order, he can see whatever he has ordered. So quantity, value, everything he can see by searching his name. Next, move to the admin. We have created 3 roles for this one. One is customer, second one is admin, and third one is the manager. That's 3 roles take a part in the entire process. So for the admin, he is taking care of inventory. So once he go the admin part, he can add the inventory from here and he can view the inventory. Well, it's by the warehouse location, by the product. He can see, suppose admin want to check for the Chicago warehouse. So he can see only Chicago warehouse inventory by the product name and quantity. If you want to see only the product quantity, he can see from here the product particular. You want to find the which product is what warehouse, then it's also able to see the what quantity and warehouse, what means what location. It's same thing. If he wants to add the product, he is able to add the products and the description and everything, and he want to look up for the product, he can look the product from here as well. So all the product information and everything he can see from here, he can update from here as the admin part. Let's move to the next part, the reports. So even admin can see the reports from here. This is the warehouses, inventory by the warehouses. Location wise, the quantity he can see it. And here he can see the orders, what product it's sold and what quantity is sold, and by the price point and everything. That's the admin part. He can do it. Now I'm handing over to the Gurpreet for the manager.
Thank you, Deepak. Hello everyone. I just want to let you guys know that our admin and manager roles had a login were protected by login before, but at the last moment we were running into some issues, so we had to remove the login access from these. So now these are open for everybody. Under manager, we have different pages under manager role, like warehouse. So here are the warehouses with the products we have in our warehouses and what the quantity is in those warehouses. And he can add a new warehouse or new locations by adding on the add warehouse tab. And then he have also access to all the carriers he has with their locations, with their phone numbers. And then he has also access to all the shipments he is receiving at various warehouses, and the carriers he is using, the suppliers from where the shipments are coming, and he can see the shipment details from here. So these are all the shipment details. The necessary things you need to see are all there. And then he has access to all these reports. You can see which carrier they are using most for their shipments. So here we see ABC Transport is moving most of the fleet for them. And then moving on to orders. Here we can see which products are selling most, what products are being ordered more by the customers. And we can see here like sweatshirts are the most selling items here. And then next, moving on to the products, this is the percentage of product which are being sold in the orders. And we can see that sweatshirts is the most selling item, which is about 19.23% to be exact. And then here here's the line chart, which is showing at what time, at what dates they are selling most of the orders. So this helps us help them to see at what time of the year what items they sell the most, so that they have those items in inventory and not run out of those items when they are needed. And at the end, we have application apply here page, where if anybody wants a job, they can apply here with their personal info and experience. That will be added to the list. And that's all for our presentation.
Very good. So give a big round to this group.
Here are open questions.
So first of all, thank you for putting together. Looks like I can see warehouse management system, so it's good. So who in your team knows warehouse management system?
Actually, we all are from the different group, but previously we worked with the same project, so we came with the common interest, and we decided to join together and create a warehouse management or entire supply chain system.
Very good. So in supply chain management system, what are the most concerns like a real customer will have? Like example, if I take a real customer, supply chain management, what are the key concerns they might have, which you are addressing here?
First of all, we addressing the cheapest because we are bulk buying from the manufacturer. So, and we are taking care of entire process because there is no third party, means we are aligning the carrier, we are aligning the warehouses, we are taking the orders and we are delivering. So that's gives a cost optimization and which help to customer to get the cheaper cost.
Got it. So like example, I saw when you were explaining, you can answer, anyone can answer. You added customer, then you place order. Is there a way we could differentiate that, hey, you're ordering with us, this is the cost. If you order to our vendors, or sorry, competitors, this would be the cost. Just like sometimes some site, like example, if you go to Priceline, it says, you know what, because you are VIP, this much saving. You are going here, this much saving. So at least I know if you go directly versus Priceline, it gives value. In this case, in your product, is there a way you can do such kind of comparable price with you or without you?
We can definitely do right now. You can, sorry. Right now, we just started with the 3 categories, toys, furniture, and apparel. So eventually we're gonna add more categories and more products and everything. But that's the 3 categories started. And definitely, even though if you go in the Google and you can search for the products, so there is a bunch of number of stores and everything they are showing over there. So that's we can do the comping on the website as well.
Okay. Yes. To add something?
So I just wanted to say that the customer, we believe that the customer is very intelligent and smart these days. And before buying, people would do like 5-10 searches to see where they're gonna find the cheap and good quality products. And we would definitely like to do it like enhance that, we can in our, in future, but right now we don't have any such functionality.
Got it. So Geeta, like while you were working with this group, how did you plan for this project? Like, and how did you divide and conquer?
First of all, we all have different work schedule, plus time zone. That's the big challenge. But we also, throughout the day and night, we try to chat in WhatsApp. We try to meet Google Meet, and I try to make it all possible time, like more than 95% I was there in the meetings, even though I'm very hectic schedule, but I don't like to miss anything. But we made it to so far, and Uchita was helping Prusha's group also, and then she wants to have just participate in here also. So initially we brainstormed together, but for unforeseen circumstances, she couldn't make it. And we'll also, in between his flight time, he also like try to message us, try to communicate in WhatsApp group, and we made it happen that way.
Got it. So anybody can answer this question, like, what was the most difficult part in this project?
Mapping, because we want to try to map the like warehouse inventory with the order inventory should be deducted from the warehouses somehow. We tried a lot on this because we want to see the balances. So connection is the challenging part because we are trying to connect, we're making so many connections. Vendor, product, order, warehouse, inventory. So that's all things we are connecting each other. That's the challenging part.
Good for you.
I just wanted to like we believe that we were very under resourced for the project because as told by Geeta, that we could, due to some unforeseen circumstances, our team members were not able to actively participate. So we would the same thing. We wanted to we wanted to make it more automated more, so that when the orders are being shipped out and we can see our proper inventory balance. So based on that, if something reaches a threshold limit, we can automatically send the order for that product. So we are not running out of the products at any time. And we're not losing customers because of that, and we are on time for all the deliveries and promised orders.